All right, we got ourselves a nice full crowd here. Over 100 people already watching live. My name's CJ. It's the CJ Curry Show, presented by PrizePicks. Now, some of y'all goofballs out there say, oh, he's a PrizePicks partner. He's sponsored by PrizePicks. He's giving out picks. And we're giving out winning picks. And what? What you want to say now? 5-1 yesterday. We had ourselves a pretty good day on yesterday's video. It was only one game yesterday, so I didn't go live for that. But we did have 5 picks that hit, 1 that missed. Who cares if I'm a PrizePicks partner? Who cares if I have my own promo code? You conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hat wearing goofballs out there. I'm putting out winning picks in Patreon, on YouTube, on Twitter, everywhere, all the time. All right. So for everybody who's chirping in the PrizePicks Discord, know you're rolling. Shut your mouth and let the chef cook. Nah, I'm playing. I appreciate everybody, though, all the haters and the lovers. Everybody who tunes in and watches daily, guys. I appreciate all the support. Already up to 42 likes. We're on our way to 9,000 subscribers. I want to hit 10,000 by the end of NBA season. I think we could do it with the type of momentum that we've got going so far. But appreciate everybody out there. Today is Flex Friday, meaning your first entry on PrizePicks, that's a flex entry, up to $20 will be refunded back to you. So if it does not hit, if you do not profit off of this $20 flex entry, they will go ahead and refund that entry. But yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. Here's the details, the deets, the down and dirty of Flex Friday. So it's a Flex Friday protected play. Get your first flex entry back up to $20 if it loses. It's only available on flex plays. Power plays do not qualify. Okay, don't be placing a power play for 20 bucks thinking you're going to get that back because it's Flex Friday, not Power Friday. That just sounds dumb. Your first flex entry placed after 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, again, will be refunded. They basically refund a net loss. So if you have an entry and let's say you lost 10 out of the 20 you risked, they'll refund you 10 as promo credits the very next day. So you guys know how it works. Those of you who've been playing on PrizePicks for a while, you know the name of the game with Flex Friday. All right. So we went 5-1 yesterday on picks that I posted to the YouTube video. We did a pre-recorded YouTube video, as I mentioned. No live video yesterday because it was just one game. But we did do pretty well, 5-1 yesterday. So if you took the 6-pick flex, you would have doubled your money. If you took those 6 picks, broke them down into smaller entry sizes, let's say a 2-pick power play or a 3-pick power play, you probably would have profited even more than just doubling up your money. So just want to shout out to everybody out there who watched yesterday's video. We had a big turnout. We did very good work yesterday. But on top of that, those of you who are paying Patreon members and supporting through Patreon, I appreciate you guys too. You will know that we did well on Patreon as well. I took Malcolm Brogdon over 16.5 points and rebounds. That one hit. We had Derek White going for less than 15.5 points. That one hit. And we had Trae Young going for more than 9 assists. And as you can see, that one hit as well. So we were 3 for 3, a clean sweep. We'll call it a mini sweep on Patreon picks as well. So for all of you doubters out there, for all of you haters out there who say this guy is partnered up with PrizePicks, he's got a promo code, he's giving out chalk picks. No, I'm not. You're just ignorant, all right? And you probably have never seen my content before, or you're not a member of Patreon and know that we're hitting at over a 63% hit rate on picks that I post right here to Discord each and every day. That's all right. I'll forgive your ignorance this time. Maybe you'll tune in and you'll learn something from the chef, Chef Curry. You know how we do, though. We run it by the numbers, guys. We go by the projections. We go by the odds. We don't play it unless it's a plus EV play and it's projecting well. And that's how we've had the success rate that we've had. Over 63% month to date for April. Over 65% back in the month of March. So we're continuing to do the Lord's work here and help folks on profitable picks each and every day. So get subscribed if you're not subscribed yet. And I've got another reason. If that wasn't reason enough getting winning picks, I got another reason for you to get subscribed. Every day that I go live, I'm giving away a risk-free 2-pick power play to put an extra $100 in your pocket on PrizePicks. So if you're looking for some extra funds, if your PrizePicks account is starting to run dry, don't worry. I'm the plug, the lead ambassador for PrizePicks. I got you. We're giving away a risk-free 2-pick power play every single day to win $100. So let's go ahead and pick somebody from yesterday's comments section. The way you get qualified to win these, guys, real simple. Just be a subscriber. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications and hit the like button on today's show. Once I end the show, the YouTube people, they automatically post the replay to today's show. You go to the comments section of the replay. You comment your favorite pick, prop, play of the day. Maybe you commented what you had for breakfast this morning. I don't care what you comment. But I'll pick somebody from the comment section to win one of these risk-free 2-pick power plays. So again, you could call me a PrizePicks worker. You could call me whatever you want. But guess what? The proof's in the pudding. I'm putting out winning picks for the people out there. I'm a man of the people. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm putting picks out. I'm putting free entries out there to win real money. Let's go ahead and pick somebody from yesterday's comments section. For all the skeptics out there. Let's see. Today's winner is Trillion Win. That's a hell of a name. Trillion Win. Congratulations, my friend. You are today's winner. He says he loves all the insight that you give across all sports, not just this video. Well, congratulations to Trillion Win. So now all you've got to do, my friend, you got to send me your PrizePicks email address. Now you can do that either through DMs on Twitter, @CurryTheCreator is my handle. Follow me on Twitter if you're not following. I do giveaways on there as well. Or you could jump down to the Discord. There's a link for both down in the description of today's video. Jump down and hit the link to the Discord, and you can DM me in Discord as well. Either way, send me your PrizePicks email address, Trillion. Hopefully you're watching live. If you're not, catch me on the replay. That's cool. But you're the winner today. All right. So congratulations. All right. Let's run through the comment section real quick. I want to say what's up to everybody. I see a lot of folks in here joining me, already up to 152 viewers. You guys are pumped for Flex Friday. I'm pumped for Flex Friday. The goal of today's video is to try to find a 5-pick, maybe even a 6-pick flex entry that we could throw $20 on to win up to $500 back. So that's the goal. We'll get to that in just a minute on our 2-game NBA slate. Dwayne Hooper, shout out to you. Devin Jones, I see you. Tazio's in the building. Shout out to Tazio. Ali says, welcome back, bro, and happy Friday. Let's make some money. Love that energy, positivity. James is in the building as well, ready to make some money, trying to go 6 for 6 today. I feel you on that. Michael says, Flex Friday, guys. Curry got the picks cooking. Appreciate that, Michael. He says, want some more picks? Join Patreon. Yeah, I just showed you guys. We put an additional 3 picks out there on top of the free 6 picks that I gave out yesterday. Overall, 8-1 on picks that yours truly posted. So again, all you skeptics, all you haters out there, keep hating and we'll keep winning over here. We'll keep cashing out. Dominic's in the building. He says, flex on him. Dominic, I will. You ain't got to tell me twice. Boss Man's in the building. Says, great day yesterday. Rude says, let's go. Let's go, brother. Gio's in the building. It's that time of day. In Curry, we trust. I appreciate that. Again, I'm just reporting the facts, the odds, the projections. I'm just reporting what I'm finding here, okay? And it's up to you guys. Whatever you want to take, let's take. Alois Grice is in the building. He says he's ready. Peyton's in the building. Shout out to Peyton. Peyton, I got that free entry headed your way today, Peyton. Thank you for your patience. Who else we got in here? Michael says, good morning, everyone. Wavy Vision says, C to the J. Curry. Looney is a trap today. Interesting take. That's a hot take. He says, Kevon Looney is a trap, and that's all he's going to say. But it is protected play Friday. That's right. J to the Rome. Shout out to you. George James says, let's eat with Chef Curry. Benny Ruiz. Shout out to you. It's 10:30 Eastern time, Benny. So it's 12:15 p.m. Eastern time. That's where I'm at down here in the Sunshine State, Tampa, Florida. So you're good, Benny. Whenever we lock in that first free entry from this point forward, you're good. You're in the clear. You're in the green. Who else we got in here? Handmaid says, happy Friday. MB the Imperial says, let's get it. CJ, show us the money stretches due to Friday flexibility. Love it. Jermaine, shout out to you. Happy Flex Friday. You guys flex. I'm going to flex back. It's just the rules around here. Wesley Winston also flexing for Flex Friday. Shout out to you as well. Sky says almost 80 people. Yeah, we're almost to 180 people at this point, Skies. But yeah. Everyday Fantasy was our risk-free 2-pick power play winner from yesterday's video. Shout out to you. Al Pink 7 says, thanks for the video yesterday in Curry's Kitchen. I hit on a 5-pick yesterday. There you go, man. See, the people are proving it for me. I ain't even got to stand up for myself. I got people who are backing me, all right? They already know what the deal is. Feed the plugs in the building. I see you, buddy. Big Easy, let's go. Who else we got in here? Man, we got everybody in here. Blake is in the building. Jermaine's in the building. Mark Calloway's in the building. Van, shout out to you. Says he hit all his plays. Supreme, I see you. Baylands, I see you. Almighty Savage Gaming. Woo! Who else? Who else? Roy's here. Dadon Johnson says, just subscribe, but I got a few picks for you over the last few videos. I appreciate it. Let's go. Good to hear that. Caesar, shout out to you. Fierce Shaolin, All Hail Trade, says he just joined. Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, support, like, do all the things, man. All right, we got a good crowd in here. 159 people. Let's get started. Tonight's game, we got two games. Both of them potential elimination games here. Sacramento at Golden State. This one's got a total of 236 points. Pretty high total between these two ball clubs. 7.5 point spread. It's favoring the Golden State Warriors. So they expect the Warriors to beat the Kings and put them away once and for all. Matthew Dellavedova is out tonight for Sacramento. Andre Iguodala out tonight for Golden State. Neither one of those injuries are really impactful, big pieces of injury news. Love the total on this game, and I love the spread at 7.5. It's not, 12.5, 13 points like some of these games have been recently. So liking what I'm seeing there. And then we got the late night game, 10:30 p.m. tip-off. Memphis visiting LA. LA, once again, another team from California like Golden State who has an opportunity here to put the Memphis Grizzlies away, right? This could be the closing of the coffin, so to speak, for the Memphis Grizzlies. 220 points is the total here, 4.5 point spread. So not as high of a total, but a closer, tighter spread here. They think this game's going to stay close and competitive. Keep an eye on Luke Kennard. He had a pretty nice little roll off the bench from Memphis in that last game. He's a game time decision tonight. We're not sure if Kennard's going to play or not. You also got LaRavia, who is not as big of an impact player or a piece of injury news, but he's also listed as a game time decision. And as has been the case throughout the most of these games in this series, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Dennis Schroeder all listed as game time decisions, but it's closer that they'll play, more likely that they'll be probable tonight rather than doubtful. So you got a 220 point total, 4.5 point spread. So these by far have been the two most favorite games to watch, in my opinion. Sacramento, Golden State, Memphis, and LA. So it should be a great night for basketball here on a Friday night. And we got Flex Friday, so we're going to try to build out at least a 5-pick, maybe even a 6-pick to win up to $500. So let's get into it, guys. You know the drill. We're going to go through the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, scroll through the first page, work our way through hunting, searching for the best plays that we can, ones that are plus EV plays. In other words, that the odds are in our favor. And we're also looking for the picks where the projections agree with the way that the optimizer is telling us to go. That's been the recipe for success for yours truly. Again, that's how we're hitting at well over a 60% hit rate last month, well over a 60% hit rate this month. We want to keep that strategy, that method, that process going here today in today's video. That's how we landed on 5 out of 6 or 5 and 1 in yesterday's video. So it's a proven method, proven strategy, and it continues to work for us. So we'll be using this tool. We'll also be looking at some projections by Fantasy Labs, Number Fire, and if we need a third projection, we got Betting Pros pulled up here. We'll take a look at those as well. So let's get started. We'll start working our way through the board here and see what the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer has in store for us. Guys, if you're not using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer yet, you should definitely check it out. It's a total game changer. If you guys have been watching my content recently, you know that this is a proven tool. It helps you get on the value, the picks, the props, the plays before they get bumped up, before they get bumped down, or completely removed from the PrizePicks board. So this is the tool that I like to use. I've left a code down in the description of today's video. Saves you $5 on your first month. Try it out. Take it for a spin. I don't think you'll be disappointed in the results. Let's start with this one right here. How about Keegan Murray at 17.5 points and rebounds? I'm going to skip over any fantasy plays. I'm going to skip over any free throw plays. I'm going to skip over any plays that have been bumped up or bump down. I want clean wins, clean losses, especially if we're going for a protected play. In other words, I don't want my 6th pick to have a prop in there that could potentially tie or push, and then the 6th pick becomes a 5 pick, right? Then our payout goes from 25x down to 10x. I want clean wins, clean losses. If we're gonna go big, let's go big, or we could just go home. But in this case, I'm gonna go big. So Keegan Murray, 17.5 points and rebounds, 53.4% chance based on the odds that are being pulled from the sports books that he goes under tonight. The optimizer saying the way to go is under on Keegan Murray at 17.5. But let's see if there's some projections that sort of agree with what the optimizer is suggesting we do, right? So we want to see 17 or fewer points and rebounds for Keegan Murray tonight. Again, we're going strictly by the numbers. This isn't me trying to predict what will happen. Why do we have to do all the thinking and all the work when the sports books and the projections, who are much smarter than we are, can do the work for us? Let's have them do the work for us, basically. That's what it comes down to. So the first projection we have on Keegan Murray here is well under 17.5. In fact, he's at 15.5 points and rebounds. So the projection looking very nice here if we're looking to take the under on Keegan Murray. Second projection, we're going to go over to Number Fire, and we're going to take a look at his projection there. 11.5 points plus 5.5 boards. That puts him at 17 points and rebounds. So again, the line's 17.5. We've got a projection below 17.5 on 2 different projection models. Now we could check a third. Not that we need to at this point, because I'm pretty satisfied based on what I've seen so far. But if you want to see a third projection, this site here is called Betting Pros. They've got some free projections out there as well. Let's take a look and see what they've got for Keegan Murray today, if they have anything up for him. Scroll. Projected for 17 points and rebounds. That's 3 different projection sites, 3 different models that have Keegan Murray scoring less than 17.5 points and rebounds. So for the first pick of the day, again, this isn't me going with my gut, telling you that my intuition suggests we should do this or we should do that. No, this is just going, straight off of the odds, right? Oh, and it looks like they've already bumped Keegan Murray down. See, this is what I'm talking about. Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer users for PrizePicks probably drove this line down at 17.5. It's already down to 16.5, so let's refresh. But that would have been a good play, right? We saw the projections. Everything was projected under 17.5. And of course, it's been bumped down to 16.5. So we'll skip over that one. We'll keep looking. How about LeBron James? They got LeBron James today under 33.5 points and assists. I know a lot of you guys were skeptical last game whenever we talked about LeBron James under 27.5 points. But guess what? LeBron James went under 27.5 points. And I also posted an additional LeBron James under to Patreon that night. The last time the Lakers played the Grizzlies, I took the under on his PRA, and he went well under his PRA line as well. So who cares what your emotions say? Who cares what your gut or your intuition says? Let's just go by the data, by the numbers. We'll win more than we'll lose in the long run, all right? So data-driven approach here. LeBron James under 33.5 points and assists. Optimizer gives this one about a 53.8% chance that he goes under. 53.8% chance when he goes under 33.5 points and assists. That's what happens. Caesar says that's what happens when you're the president of PrizePicks. That's me, president of PrizePicks, just sitting up in my mansion controlling all the PrizePicks lines. Caesar, that is something somebody would say. Somebody who's not in the know. They would make a comment like that. That's very funny, though. LeBron James under 33.5 points and assists. Let's check some projections out for LeBron. Let's see if we can get on this one. If it's projecting well, I'll take it. First projection, 29.8, guys. That's not even 30 points and assists. If we round it up, we could call it 30 points and assists if we want to, but even rounding it up to 30, well, that's a whole lot less than his line of 33.5. So that's a possible play here. Let's check a second projection here. Again, if you don't agree with any of these picks or whatever, that's fine. Nobody's forcing you to take anything. We're going strictly off of the numbers. We're going strictly off of the projections, and we're letting that guide our decisions. But LeBron James is at 31.9 points and assists today, according to Number Fire. So that's 2 projections that have LeBron going under 33.5. Again, some of y'all are going to say, I don't feel comfortable taking the under on LeBron James in a closeout game. I get it. I took the under on Trae Young yesterday at 37.5 points and assists, and he ended up going over by a few. It happens. But we got 5 right, 1 wrong, and, we're not going to get them all right all the time. That's just the way it works. That's just the name of the game. No projection on betting pros, though, for LeBron, but we do have Number Fire, like I said, at 31.9, and Action Labs that has LeBron at 29.8. So the under on 33.5 points and assists does look like a good play. Let's see if he's still up there at 33.5. He is. So again, if you feel like this is a risky play, don't take it. But for me, it's a risk-free entry for 20 bucks anyways. I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. It's projecting well. The odds are in our favor. Once again, almost a 54% chance that he stays under 33.5 points and assists. Not forcing you to take it. Don't have to if you don't want to. But I think by now, those of you who watch daily know that we just eliminate our emotions, our feelings from this. We go strictly by the cold, hard facts, stats, and numbers. And that's the way it goes. Sometimes it breaks our way, sometimes it doesn't. But more often than not, it definitely does break our way. Here's another one. LeBron James. Maybe you prefer going under on his points and rebounds. That one's at 37.5. The optimizer, against pulling the odds from the different sports books. It's given us a true odds here of minus 133 that LeBron goes for under 37.5 points and rebounds. So you could go this route too. If you don't like going under on LeBron's points and assists, you could go under on points and rebounds. 33 projected points and rebounds. That's a whole lot less than 37.5, right? That's his line on PrizePicks. 33 is the first projection. Or you could take a look at the projections on Number Fire. Number Fire is completely free, by the way. If you're looking for a free site that has projections, check out Number Fire. Number Fire's got him closer to 36 points and rebounds. So you got 2 different projections, 2 different sites, but both of them are less than 37.5. I'm just going to stick with the assists. Again, if you feel some type of way about taking the under on LeBron James, I understand. Leave it alone. I'm not forcing you to take anything. You're doing so under your own free will because you agree with the stats, the numbers, the odds, the projections. You agree with it. That's why you're doing it, not because I'm forcing you to, okay? All right, how about Desmond Bane points and rebounds? Another underplay here. 31.5 is his line on PrizePicks. 53.2% chance of going under at 31.5 points and rebounds. His line on the sports books are actually 30.5, so he's a point higher on PrizePicks, being 31.5. So let's check some projections out for Desmond Bane real quick. We're looking for 31 or less points and rebounds tonight if we're feeling good about taking the under. Well, folks, right out of the gate, we've got ourselves a very healthy under projection here of 29.5. Again, the line's 31.5. So this is 2 points and rebounds lower than his line of 31.5 on PrizePicks. So let's go check a second projection here for Desmond Bane. We'll bust open the calculator, make sure that our math is all good here. 22.2 points plus 6.3 rebounds. That's 28.5. Again, his line is like way higher than that. 31.5. Projection of 28.5, projection of 29.5. I don't even need to look any further. I mean, for me, I'm comfortable with those 2 projections, with the odds, again, being in our favor like they are. Taking the under here on Desmond Bane. So we got LeBron James, Desmond Bane, both from the same game. LeBron points and assists under 33.5. Desmond Bane under 31.5 points and rebounds. Those are your first 2 picks. Whether you agree with them or not, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different topic for another time. I'm telling you that the math and the odds are in our favor. So whatever happens tonight, whether these guys hit or don't hit, you can go to sleep soundly tonight, lay your head on your pillow, fall asleep knowing, hey, I got my money in good. The odds were in my favor. The projections were also in my favor. That's all you can ask for. You can't make these guys play bad. You can't make these guys underperform and go under. They got to go out there and play. All right. But our money is getting in good here on both of these. The odds, the projections are definitely in our favor. And that's all you can ask for. Whatever happens after that is out of our control. All right. So let's keep looking here. What about De'Aaron Fox and his 3-point makes? De'Aaron Fox is at 2.5 3-point makes, 53.1% chance that he goes under. Again, it's pulling the odds from the sports books here. You're seeing odds of minus 157 betting favorite to go under, minus 154 betting favorite to go under. But the true odds, which are provided to us by the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer of him going under 2.5 3-point makes, minus 132. So that comes out to a 53.1% chance that he sinks 2 or fewer three-pointers tonight. So let's go check some projections out for De'Aaron Fox. If he's projecting for under 2.5, I'm okay with taking the under. In this case, 2. First projection has him at 2. Again, we need him to make 2 or less three-pointers tonight. So the first projection is a favorable one, which is what we want to see, right? Let's check the second projection on Number Fire. They've got him at 1.7 three-point makes. That's obviously less than 2.5. Again, this isn't me giving you any type of picks. This isn't coming from me. I'm reading off of a screen, all right? If you disagree with the odds, if you disagree with the projections, these aren't my odds. These aren't my projections. I'm just the messenger delivering the news, okay? But you see it, I see it. So if you take it, then you must have agreed with what you saw too. And in this case, we got De'Aaron Fox projected for 1.7 three-point makes, 2 three-point makes. So that's less than 2.5. No matter what we play tonight, we're gambling. It's a risk. But if I'm going to gamble, I want to gamble with the odds being in my favor, with projections that are on my side, right? So there you go. There's our third pick. If there's something you disagree with, by all means, leave it off. I don't care. It's none of my business. In fact, it's really none of my business what you do with your money or what picks you take. But here's what we got. We got 3 less plays. They're all projecting favorably. The odds are in our favor in each and every case here. So what else can we ask for? These guys got to go out and do what they do. And hopefully things break and fall our way. Moving on here. Let's see what else we got. That was De'Aaron Fox. Is there anything else that's standing out here? We're looking for picks, props, plays that have not been bumped up or bumped down. Here's Rui Hachimura. Now, a lot of you guys have been on some Rui overs lately. Well, I got good news for you. If you like Rui Hachimura, 9.5 points looks like an overplay. 52.68% chance that this hits. Again, based on the odds from your different sports books. The true odds that we have here is minus 129 betting favorite to go over 9.5. So he needs 10 or more points tonight, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. So let's take a look at Rui Hachimura, and then I'll start getting to your questions. I see a lot of you folks are posting picks, props, and plays in the live chat. I'm definitely going to get to as many of those questions as I humanly can. There's a lot more of you. In fact, over 200 of you and just one of me. So there's a pretty good chance I probably won't get to everybody's question. But if you want to guarantee that your question is seen, read, and that you're featured on today's show, think about using Super Chat. For as little as $1.99, you guys, you could leave a Super Chat. Think of it as like a fast pass. When you go to Disney, some of those people get to walk right by everybody who've been waiting in line, and they get to go right to the front of the line. That's kind of like what Super Chat is. It'll guarantee that you're featured on the show, that you get some one-on-one help, and we'll look at your favorite pick, prop, or play together here on the show. But Rui Hachimura is projected for 11.3 points. Again, his line is 9.5. So this is a projection of nearly 2 points higher than his line today of 9.5. So that is a favorable projection. We were wanting 10 points out of Rui, but we're getting a projection of 11.3 on the first one. Now, the second projection is a little bit closer, a little tighter, a little more dicey, 9.3 points. Again, the line's 9.5. So this is close. But it's closer to 9 than it is 10. So there is a little bit of cause for concern here on Rui Hachimura on the second projection. So let's take it to a tiebreaker. A third and final projection on Rui Hachimura. Maybe this will help us decide if taking the over or the under is the way we should be going on Rui Hachimura. Again, this is Betting Pros. You guys can go check out Betting Pros for yourself. Completely free site. Get access to some of these projections. They've got Rui Hachimura projected for 12.3 points on a line of 9.5. So you got 2 different projection sites that have him going well over 9.5. You got one projection, which is Number Fire, that has him at 9.3, which is closer to 9.5. I'm going to turn this over to you guys. Those of you who are in the chat. Rui Hachimura. Are we taking the over or under on his 9.5 points? Those of you who are watching live, let me know. Let me know. Rui Hachimura, over or under? Oh, snap. They just pulled LeBron James points and rebounds off the, or points and assists off the board. Well, that ain't cool. We didn't even get a chance to make our 6th pick yet. Well, we can pivot if he's still up on the board. Is LeBron up on the board at all? Or did they pull all LeBron James off the board? And if they did pull LeBron, why did they pull LeBron off the board? Yeah, he's gone. Why did they? Is there news or something? Is there news on LeBron James? I didn't know that there was any news or anything that would have caused them to pull LeBron off the board. I was going to pivot over to his points and rebounds. We talked about that being a solid underplay as well. So they only pulled LeBron. They didn't pull all of the Lakers, right? There's still other Lakers on the board, like Rui Hachimura. If we want to take Rui, we can. Okay. Well, he's still up there at 9.5. So we could add him in there if we want. Because LeBron's a crybaby, says he's listed as probable. Well, what the hell? Why did they pull LeBron James off the board? That's weird. Let me open up something here on LeBron. He's listed as probable for Game 6. He's dealing with a foot injury. He's listed as probable for Game 6 versus the Grizzlies. Probable tags for James are nothing to be alarmed about. James is coming off of a muted effort in Game 5, scoring just 15 points, 5 of 17 shooting. In addition to James, Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder are also carrying probable tags. Yeah, that's weird. Why would they pull him off the board? I know he's playing. I know he should be playing, right? Everybody agrees that LeBron's probably playing in a potential closeout game tonight. Interesting. Well, I don't know why PrizePicks pulled him off the board then. But nonetheless, we march forward. We carry on. We got Desmond Bane still. We got De'Aaron Fox, and we got Rui Hachimura. Back to what I was asking you guys. Rui Hachimura for more than 9.5 points. We feeling good about it? Let's get back to business here. Well, if they add LeBron, please let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the live chat. I'm going to put a poll up. You guys can respond to this poll and vote live. See if that worked. Boom. There we go. We got a poll that's live. You guys that are watching live, all 222 of you, go ahead and vote on that poll. Let me know. Rui Hachimura, more or less on 9.5 points. We'll take it to a vote. All right. I see you guys are saying no, not touching Rui. All right. Put your answer in the vote. We got more or less for Rui Hachimura at 9.5 points. You guys vote. Let me know. We'll let the community decide Rui Hachimura's fate. If he should be in our entry tonight, and if he should, if we should be taking the more or the less on his 9.5 points. I'll let you guys decide on that. While you guys are voting, we will keep looking for some more plays here. How about Kevon Looney? Somebody to start the show mentioned Kevon Looney at 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Somebody said Kevon Looney was going to be a trap today, that they were staying away from Kevon Looney. Fade should have been an option. You're right. Hey, just don't vote. How about that? Don't vote if fade is your choice. And then we'll keep it clean that way. But somebody mentioned Kevon Looney as a potential trap play, or that, I don't know, Kevon Looney was going to come crashing back down to earth tonight. I don't know. Sounds like some people were hesitant that Kevon Looney can continue doing what Kevon Looney's been doing over the last several games. 52.5% chance, though, taking your feelings and emotions out of the situation here, 52.5% chance based on the odds that Kevon Looney will go over 23.5 PRA. So let's take a look and see what the projections say on Kevon Looney. Again, who cares what I have to say? If the numbers don't make sense, then I won't take it. But if they do, I mean, if we have good, favorable projections, I'll take it. And in this case, we got Kevon Looney here at 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists. A solid, super solid projection to 26.1 PRA. 26.1 on a line of 23.5. So why not? Why not take Kevon Looney? Based off that first projection and the way that the odds are, why not? Other than you have bias toward Kevon Looney or something. I don't know. Let's look at a second projection. Second projection provided by Numberfire, 22.4 PRA. So that's definitely a lower projection. That projection is under 23.5. So we got one projection that's way over, one projection that's way under. Let's see if we could take it to a third and final projection, a tie-breaking projection here using Betting Pros. So we'll go to the points, assists, rebounds category. Let's go see if they have a Kevon Looney projection. They do. Guys, they got him at 21.9. So that's two projections under on Kevon Looney's PRA, one projection over. For me, I'm just going to fade it. There's just too much bad juju around these projections on Kevon Looney tonight. Plus, we got some Kevon Looney doubters out there, and that doesn't make me feel good either. So I'm going to stay away from that one. I'll leave Kevon Looney alone, all right? Let's take a look at the poll. You guys have voted here. There's 86 votes. Looks like 84% of you are rocking with Rui Hachimura to score at least 10 points tonight. So I'm going to leave him in there. Some of y'all are saying 16% of you have voted for less on Rui Hachimura. Things are still shaping up, shipping out. 82% for the over now, 18% on the under for Rui Hachimura based on 93 votes. But all right, I'm going to leave him in there because it looks like it's pretty much a runaway for Rui Hachimura to score at least 10 points. So these are the three. Those of you who are just getting here, these are the three that we've cooked up so far. Again, the odds are in our favor on all three of them. The projections are in our favor on all three of them. I'm simply reporting my findings to you guys. Think of this as a documentary, right? I'm documenting my findings, sharing them with you guys. What you guys decide to do with these picks and plays is totally your choice. All right, it's up to you. Let's refresh the optimizer though. We've reached the end of page 1. I want to see if there's anything new that's popping up on here, and y'all let me know if they add LeBron James back to the board, because for some reason he was taken down. The Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer is saying LeBron James is okay. LeBron's back. And we were okay with LeBron under 33.5 points and assists, right? That's the same line, right, that he was a minute ago. Yeah, I think we're still okay with that. Wasn't it 33.5 before? Y'all let me know. Or was it 34.5? All right. Cool. So we're going to stay with Rui Hachimura. Over 100 votes came in. 81% says take the over on Rui at 9.5 points. I'll end that poll. Appreciate everybody for voting. All right, you guys are all saying it was 33.5. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to leave him in there because he's projecting like dog crap today. And the odds are in our favor to take the under on LeBron James. Again, 54.5% chance that LeBron goes under 33 points and assists. You got to think of it this way. When these lines makers on these sports books set a player prop line, they're trying to set it as close to a coin flip as possible. In other words, a 50-50 line, right? They want it to be a toss-up, right? So we're getting 54.58% chance that he goes under based on the odds, meaning there's a 4.58% chance or edge or advantage in our favor. On a line that's supposed to be set at 50-50, we got about a 4.5% chance. Now, it doesn't sound like a whole lot, and it's not, but over the long term, hopefully more of these edges that we find hit in our favor and we're profitable over the long term. That's the goal, right? So I'm going to take it. Mathematically speaking, it is the way to play LeBron James points and assists at 33.5, the under or less in this case. So that's what we got. We got 4 picks. We're looking for 2 more. We're going to put $20. This will be my first entry of the day, my protected Flex Friday play of the day. So let's take some questions. I think this is a good time to turn it over to our questions here. Thanks to everybody who's left a question in the live chat. We'll start with Last in Lambo since he did take the opportunity to leave a super chat. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the super chat. Never expected, always appreciated. I'm humbled each and every time you guys decide to support the channel, support free content through super chats. So Last in Limbo's leaving one for us. He wants us to look at Harrison Barnes for under or less than 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So let's go take a look at Harrison Barnes here. Of course, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, and I'm going to punch Harrison Barnes' name in, and I'm going to see if this is a plus EV play or not. I will tell you that it is a plus EV play for under 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We got about a 51% chance that he stays under 19.5. You get a slightly better chance or favorable odds that he goes under just the points and rebounds. So if you wanted to leave the assists off, instead of taking the PRA, you could take the PR. That one has a slightly better chance of hitting, 51.94% versus 51.06%. But let's look at projections for both, and then we can kind of decide based on what we find on the different projection models. We'll start with the PRA on Harrison Barnes. First projection for Harrison Barnes, 18.1. PRA on a line of 19.5. We talked about the PR. That line's 18.5. He's projected for 16.7. So he's projected well under on both. Whether you want to take the under on PRA or the under on PR, both of them look like sound, solid options based on this first projection. All right, so let's move it over to a second projection here. We'll pull out the calculator, make sure our math is all sound and good. Number Fire's got him projected for 13 points plus 5.1 boards. So those of you who are thinking about taking the under on the PR line of 18.5, well, he's projected for under 18.5 PR, points and rebounds here on Number Fire. So that would be a good option. But let's also make sure we add in the 1.9 assists for those of you who are thinking about taking the under on the PRA. And you can see that he's projected for actually 20 points, rebounds, and assists on Number Fire, which is not good because his PRA line is 19.5, right? So for me, I would think that the way to go here out of those two, the one that's projecting better, the one that has the higher chances of hitting, the better odds would be under on the points and rebounds, last in limbo. What do you think about that? Y'all let me know in the chat. Agree, disagree? The math says one thing. You might say another thing. You might have your own ideas, thoughts, and opinions that go against the odds, against the projections, and against math. And that's okay. Hey, some of y'all will have success going against the grain once in a while, but I wouldn't go against the grain too often, okay? So for me, out of the two, under on PRA or under on PR, it looks like the PR, based on the projections we found, based on the chances of this hitting being higher, the under on the PR would be the way that I would prefer to go. Let's get you one last projection here. Harrison Barnes projected for 23 points, rebounds, and assists. So that's, again, another negative or knock against taking the under on 19.5 points, rebounds, and assists on Harrison Barnes. Let's see if they have one for his points and rebounds, just to get a third projection and see how that's looking. 21.3. All right, so you got 2 out of 3 projection sites that have Harrison Barnes going under 18.5. The only one that's got him going over is Betting Pro. So take that for what you will. I think it looks like a good plus EV play. I think it's projecting in our favor. So what more can we ask for, really? I mean, you know, there's no guarantees. There's no locks. But we can, again, sleep soundly knowing that the odds are in our favor. Projections are in our favor. We got a lot of good going for us on this pick. So let's see here. A lot of Sabonis questions. I heard somebody earlier in the PrizePicks Discord mentioning something along the lines of like taking Sabonis under fantasy score. George, why do I mainly bet on combos? Hey, there you go, guys. LeBron just got bumped down from 33.5 points and assists down to 32.5 points and assists. That's what happens, you know? That's what happens. The value that we find using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer gets dried up pretty quickly here. Got to act fast. Good value doesn't stick around forever, folks. So hopefully, if you were liking LeBron James under 33.5 points and assists, hopefully you got it in there before it got bumped down to 32.5. But the fact that PrizePicks took measures to bump him down from 33.5 down to 32.5 should make you even more confident if you did take the under on 33.5. I mean, the fact that they bumped it down in your favor, those of you who took the under at 33.5 points and assists, that should make you feel good, right? That you were on the right play going under. And how did we find that play? Well, we found it using the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. Just another reason why you should be using it. Go get this thing, man. I've left a link down in the description to save you $5. Try it out. I'm just saying, the thing works. It works, y'all. Anyway, Georgia asked, why do I mainly bet combos? I don't have any preference or taste for combos. They just happen to be the ones that are the most plus EV and projecting favorably. I mean, I don't know, Georgia. It's just the way it shakes out sometimes. But yes, let me know if you're watching live, if you were able to get LeBron James under 33.5. Let me know if you were able to get him under 33.5 points and assists. Now, at this point, guys, we can go and we can look at LeBron's points and rebounds as a pivot play. We talked about that one too. That was another one. 36.5 points and rebounds. I think that was another one that was looking pretty good as a plus EV play, taking the under on his points and rebounds. I think the points and assists probably was the better of the two. I think we kind of determined that. But I mean, look at just all the props for LeBron right now. We could go under on the PRA as well. That one's a 43.5, 54.4% chance that he goes under 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Let's take a look at some projections on that one. If it's 43 or less, then we can pivot over to the PRA. Here's one, 39.6 on a line of 43.5. That's a pretty big under, right? Let's check another one here. We'll go and whip out the calculator. 26.1 points plus 9.8 boards plus 5.8 assists. That's 41.7 PRA. I won't even take it to a third and final projection. I don't think it's necessary. I think we've seen enough here to feel confident about taking the under on LeBron's points, rebounds, and assists. Mathematically speaking, it's a plus EV play, almost a 54.5% chance that he goes under 43.5. So if you're looking for, maybe you missed the LeBron points and assist play. If you're looking for a pivot play, another good way to play LeBron, the under on the PRA looks like a good way to go. It's projecting great for the under. The odds are also in our favor on the under. And now they bumped it. Son of a biscuit. Are you sure? I haven't gotten the notification that it's been bumped yet. You know, it usually pops up on the screen. Are you Damn it. Damn it. Guys, we're doing the Lord's work up here today. I don't know if y'all realize that. But we're finding value, and PrizePicks is acting accordingly. Okay? We're on to something here. So for those of you who are non-believers in plus EV betting and the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer tool here, listen, cast your doubts aside, my friends. We are doing the Lord's work. We're finding the good plays. They're just bumping them on us. I don't know if we'll ever be able to make a 6-pick flex. And that's what happens sometimes. The value will dry up on you. All right, so back to the PR we go on LeBron, I guess. Or we could take the under on his points. His points were sitting at what, 26.5? That was also looking like a plus EV play. At 26.5 points, 52.2% chance that he goes under 26.5 points. I hear you, Chris. I have to hurry, man. I have to hurry. You're right. But I'm trying to bless you guys with some good picks here. We're trying to put together 6 picks, and they're bumping everything down. 26.5 points on LeBron. We got a projected for 23.3. Here's a projection of 26.1. All right, so there's 2 projections on LeBron's points at 26.5. You could take the under on that too. Again, we've got about a 52.2% chance that he goes under 26.5 points. So there's another option for you who are still looking for a way to play LeBron James. So you can go that route. Let's see how long it takes him to bump him down to 26. Some of y'all are saying just take the under on the PRA, even though it's at whatever it is now, 43 instead of 43.5. You could still take it. They're trying to stop us from hitting. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y'all are saying, hurry up. Let's find that final 6 picks so we could go ahead and lock this sucker in and put our $20 down on it. I agree, man. We got to hustle. We got to hustle. Let's see here. Gio's coming through with a super chat asking about De'Aaron Fox and his rebounds and assists for the over, or Austin Reeves' rebounds for the over. Let's look at both of those real quick. And I mean quick. Quick. De'Aaron Fox rebounds and assists. You're wanting to take the over on that. That's set at 12. 51% chance that he goes under 12 rebounds and assists. So as far as this being a plus EV play, Gio, hate to break it to you, brother, but 51% chance that he goes under 12 rebounds and assists. But if you're looking to play De'Aaron Fox for an over on anything, maybe you pivot over to his PRA at 38.5. You got a 52.1% chance that he goes over that line of 38.5. So if you're wanting to play De'Aaron Fox over, that could be the move right there. Let's take a look at some projections for De'Aaron Fox. He has not been mentioned at all today. We're going to look at him and his projections. 41.3. Love that, right? On a line of 38.5, you got a projection of nearly 3 PRA higher on the first projection site that we've checked. Let's go to Number Fire and see what they've got. We're looking for 39 or more points, rebounds, and assists out of De'Aaron Fox on these projections. So 26.8 points plus 4.8 boards plus 6.5 dimes. That puts us at 38.1. Very close to that line of 38.5, but close doesn't cut it. We need a third and final projection here. Let's see what we got. Points, rebounds, and assists. De'Aaron Fox projected for 40.4. 40.4 on a line of 38.5. So we got 2 out of 3 sites. I like going 3 out of 3 projections, but we got 2 out of 3 on the projections in this case for him going over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So if you're looking for a De'Aaron Fox play, consider PRA. And we've already got him under 2.5 3-point makes. I'm sure you guys, if given the choice or the opportunity to choose between these two, you'd probably rather take the over on the 38.5. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're watching live or if you're catching us on the replay, let me know in the comment section below. Which would you rather? You'd rather take the over on his 38.5 PRA, right? I'm guessing. Well, we did. We do. We have him in there for under 2.5 3-point makes, but we can go ahead and we can kick the 3-pointers aside for the PRA if you prefer. If you prefer. Which would you rather? Let's play the which would you rather game. Michael Johnson says the overs are more fun to cheer for. Numbers speak, though. Yeah, we had 2 out of 3 projections saying take the over on De'Aaron Fox at 38.5 PRA. Remember, we had 3 out of 3 projections, or at least 2 really solid projections on Fox going under 2.5 3-point makes. You like what I like? Well, I like what the numbers say they like. So I'm going strictly by the data. Forget what I think. I don't care what I think. That doesn't matter. Let's go check a third and final projection on De'Aaron Fox's 3-point makes. 1.9. All right. So that's 3 projections that have Fox at 2 or fewer 3-point makes. So if I'm riding with these projections, folks, we got 3 out of 3. Let's just keep the PRA out of it. We'll go under on the 2.5 3-point makes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still need a 6th pick. Son of a biscuit. All right, let me go back to your super chat. So you had De'Aaron Fox. You're talking about his PRA for that one. Where's that other super chat at that you left me, bro? Did it go away? No, there we go. Reeves rebounds. Let's check Austin Reeves. Maybe he's the missing link here. Austin Reeves and his rebounds. His rebounds are set at 4. And you're wanting to take the over, it looks like. Well, let me tell you this. It's about a coin flip, almost a 50-50 toss-up that Reeves goes under or over his rebounds. Again, this is based on the odds that are being pulled in from the sports books. On the sports books, he's at 4.5 rebounds, but they're smacking the under. They're betting the under or less on Austin Reeves at 4.5 rebounds. So his line is now down to 4. So based on those same odds, you're getting a 49.6% chance that he goes over, a 50.3% chance that he goes under. So it's literally almost a coin flip. Almost a coin flip. Let's take a look at some projections on Austin Reeves real quick, though. 4.3, again, not a real convincing number, right? Not a super strong projection for Austin Reeves. Second projection has him at 4.4. Again, the line is at 4. We could even check a third projection here. All of them have them so far at right around 4 to 4.5. You're not getting any like huge projections on Austin Reeves. And I don't even have a third projection for him on here. I don't see him on here. All right, so you're getting like 4 to 4.5 rebounds on 2 different projection sites. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I don't want my 6th pick to turn into a 5 pick. There's a very good chance that Austin Reeves lands on exactly 4 rebounds. And I ain't with that. I don't want a tie. If I'm going to go for 25 times my money, let's go for 25 times our money. Let's not go for 25 and then end up with 10 somehow. So we'll stay away from that one. I want a clean win, clean loss. What else do we have for Austin Reeves, though? There's other options on the board. PRA, you can go over on the PRA. This one's a 51.3% chance that he gets 26. points, rebounds, and assists. So let's check some projections. Maybe his PRA is projecting favorably tonight. I know there's a lot of Austin Reeves fans out there, and for good reason. He's a good little ball player. About 27 PRA on his first projection, so that's a great first projection for Austin Reeves. Second projection found here for free on NumberFire. Go check out NumberFire if you haven't yet. They got him at 24.7. Again, the line is 25.5, so that 24.7 just ain't gonna cut it. So we could take it to a third and final projection here. Let's see if we've got one for you using Betting Pros, another free site that offers projections. They got him at 27.4 on a line of 25.5. So you got 2 out of 3 projections for Austin Reeves that's got him going over 25.5. What do you think, folks? Do we believe in Reeves going over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists? 2 out of 3 projections seem to indicate that he will go over. 51.3% chance that he goes over. Let me know. Like to take the temperature of the room, see what you guys are liking. Dwayne's yelling out from the top of the mountain. He's saying, Austin Reeves, free throws. Austin Reeves, free throws, bro. Take the free throws on Reeves. Let's go look at it. Maybe you're onto something. I haven't really played any of these free throw props a whole lot in the playoffs. I was playing them toward the end of the regular season, but Austin Reeves, 3.5 free throw makes. Now, the good news is NumberFire, they've got projections for free throw makes. They keep them hidden, though. I'm going to show you how to get those hidden free throw props projections and those hidden personal foul projections. Here's what you do. You click on the guy's name. Now in this case, I'm on a computer, so I'm going to do control click. It's going to open up a new tab. Once you get this player page opened up here, scroll down just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Stop when you see game logs. And then you'll see this section right here that says upcoming projections, right? And then underneath that, you'll see today's date, 4/28/23. And then you will see some projections. So here's 5.6 field goal makes out of 11.1 field goal attempts. 1.5 3-point makes on 4.1 3-point attempts. Here's his free throw make prop, 3.1 projected makes on 3.6 projected attempts. So his line is set at 3.5. We've got a projection here of 3.1 on 3.6 attempts. So he's projecting to go under 3.5 3-point makes, free throw makes, excuse me. How does that make you feel? Any different? Good, bad, otherwise? Good, bad, or otherwise? I know a lot of y'all are liking it. It's projecting under, though. Let me know. Let's see here. We have not talked any Sabonis. We have not talked any Curry. There's a lot of stars that we have not discussed yet. Draymond Green's another guy who's been coming off the bench and just absolutely balling for the Warriors. Ever since he's been coming off the bench, Draymond has turned into a scorer all of a sudden. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. He's going for 6th man of the year in the finals or in the playoffs or whatever. So speaking of Draymond Green, Everyday Fantasy leaving a super chat. He's asking about Draymond Green for 30.5 fantasy score because he's hit the over in 3 out of 4 games in this series and at a 58% hit rate for the season. And then he's also asking about Klay Thompson at 1.5 turnovers, wanting to take the over on both of those guys. All right, let's start with Draymond Green real quick. Let's back out of this free throw make. I'm going to leave that one alone. I know y'all are liking it. I showed you a projection for it. It's not quite as sweet when you look at the projections. So I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's go find Draymond Green's fantasy score. He's at 30.5, which means he can have 30.6 or more. And we're in the clear. We're in the green with green, right? So let's check some projection sites. Now, remember, guys, if you're using projection sites like a NumberFire, like a Fantasy Labs, make sure you're using FanDuel projections. FanDuel scoring is exactly the same as PrizePicks scoring for NBA. First projection for Draymond, 34 fantasy points on a line of 30.5. Remember, 30.6 or more, and we're considering the over, gets us a fat payday. All right, so the first projection's looking really, really healthy on Draymond Green. 3.5 fantasy points higher. I like that. That's a pretty good edge or advantage in our favor. Let's check another one here. They got him at 33.1. Again, his fantasy score projections 30.5. So you're talking about a difference of 2.5 points here, right? A little more than 2.5. So I like what you're seeing here, Mr. Everyday Fantasy. We got 2 out of 2 projection sites that got Draymond Green going for more than 30.5. He put up 48.3 off the bench in the last game, 39.5 off the bench in the second to last game on the 23rd of April. I like that. That actually might be our 6th and final play. Again, if there's nothing, or if there's something in here rather that you don't agree with, that you don't want to take for whatever reason, whatever the reason may be, leave it off. Replace it with something that you like a little bit better, that you like a little bit more. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We finally reached 6 picks. And I like this Draymond Green fantasy score option. But you also mentioned another one, which was Klay Thompson's turnovers. Those are set at 1.5 today. This was another overplay. You were wanting to take the over on Klay, right? He has turned it over in 1, 2, 3, 4 straight games against Sacramento. He's had at least 2 or more turnovers, including 4 turnovers in that last game against Sacramento, doubling what he would need tonight, which is 2 turnovers if you're planning on taking the over, that is. So let's dig into some Klay Thompson projections for his turnovers. See what we got here. You guys are mentioning Game 6 Klay, Game 6 Klay. Will Game 6 Klay turn it over 2 or more times? Well, this projection here suggests that maybe he will be closer to 2 turnovers than 1 turnover. 1.8 projected turnovers, according to NumberFire. And I think that's the only site that I have here that will give us a projection for his turnovers. Let me just double check. Does Betting Pros have anything for turnover? No, they don't. They don't. So we got 1 projection, and it's NumberFire. It's got him at 1.8. I like Draymond Green's fantasy score a little bit better. We were able to kind of vet that prop, look into that prop a little bit more than the turnovers. So I'm okay with taking that one. I think I like that one better. What do you guys think? We rocking with Draymond Green for over 30.5 fantasy score? While you guys are mulling that over and contemplating letting that pick of Draymond Green's fantasy score marinate, right? Let's take a look at Glow Gang D, who's leaving us a super chat here. He's asking about Steph Curry tonight for rebounds and 3-point makes. Glow Gang, I'm assuming you're wanting to take the over on Steph Curry, right? Assuming that's the way you're wanting to go here, that the direction you're wanting to take Curry on these rebounds or 3-point makes. Let's look at both of them. Steph's 3-point makes are set at 5 right now on PrizePicks. Almost a 55% chance on Steph Curry to make 5 or fewer tonight. And again, I'm trying to avoid any picks that could potentially tie. Maybe Curry makes exactly 5 threes. That could very well happen, right? But I'm trying to avoid any picks that tie or push because I don't want my 25x to turn into a 10x. But just to let you know, at 5 3-point makes, based on the odds that are being pulled from the sports books, about a 55% chance that he goes for 5 or less on his 3-pointers tonight. 5 or less 3-point makes tonight. So now that we know that the under's the way to go, let's go check some projections here for Steph Curry. Just in case you're still going to want to play it on the over. Here's a projection of 5.3 3-point makes. Barely over 5 in that case. Closer to 5 than 6 though. Here's a projection of 5.5 3-point makes. That one could break either way. That projection suggests 5 or potentially 6, right? That could swing either way at a 5.5 projection. See if I've got a third projection for you. And those of you who are watching for the first time, appreciate you joining me, by the way. As you can see, everything I do is very numbers driven. I don't inject any of my own personal thoughts, feelings, gut, intuition, opinions into any of this. I'm going straight by the numbers. All right. I let the numbers decide for me. So for all of y'all who got comments, he works for PrizePicks. I don't work for PrizePicks. I have my own YouTube channel. You think PrizePicks would let me do this? Have my own YouTube channel, have my own Patreon. I'm an independent content creator, okay? I'm going by the numbers here. You can argue with whoever you want to argue with. I'm looking at numbers. Y'all argue with the numbers. If y'all got a problem or some sort of conflict, y'all take it up with the people who make these projections and who are, responsible for making the betting lines on DraftKings, FanDuel Sportsbook, BetMGM. That's all I'm going by. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just looking at the numbers, my friends. So we're looking for Steph Curry and his 3-point makes. Got a projection here of 5.4. So you can see, guys, that a lot of these projections on Curry are right around 5 to 5.5. We're not seeing 6.5 on his 3-point makes. So it could very well turn into a tie. And again, we're trying to avoid any ties, any potential push plays, in other words. So Glow Gang, I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's look at the rebounds, though, for Curry. You also mentioned that one. Now, his rebounds are sitting at 5.5. The optimal way, according to the odds pulled in from these different sports books, the juice is flowing under here on Steph Curry. 50.4% chance that he goes for under 5.5 rebounds. So I don't know if you want to go over or if you were thinking about going over, Glow Gang D. But if you were thinking about going over on the Curry rebounds or the 3-point makes, you might want to pump the brakes. If you are thinking about going over, do so sparingly. Don't put them in all your entries. Maybe flex it instead of powering it, play it a little bit more safe. But 50.4% chance is almost a coin flip. In other words, he could go for 5 or he could go for 6 based on the odds. So let's check some projections. Maybe that'll help sway you one way or the other. First projection is very healthy here at 6.5 boards. 6.5 on a line of 5.5. All right, so that's a pretty big projection on the over. 6.4 boards, second projection on a line of 5.5. So you're seeing two very healthy projections of 6 or better on Steph Curry's rebounds. So if you're feeling good about it, go ahead and take Steph Curry over 5.5 boards. But again, just do so sparingly. Play it lightly. A little sprink in your different entries. Not too crazy though on that one. All right. Let's see what else we got. Dante saying best EV projection on both Curry and Klay. So you want to see the best plus EV projections on both Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. It's the hat. It's because I have a PrizePicks hat. Here, let me help y'all out. My barber's probably going to be mad because I ain't showing off his fresh fade, but hey, there you go. Doesn't work for PrizePicks. Does that look better? Probably looks awful. Let me let my bangs out here a little bit. Gotta let them bangs out. We got a bang and swang. Got a big ass forehead. Y'all gotta forgive me, man. I'm part Neanderthal from the Stone Age. Get them bangs out though. Looking a little bit better. Hey, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. We'll roll with that. Doesn't work for PrizePicks. Hopefully that helps some of you guys feel a little bit safer about these picks. Anyway, y'all got me cracking up. Best EV plays for both Curry and Klay. All right. Well, I mean, you're looking at the top EV play for Steph Curry, which is the under on his 3-point makes at 5. The under on his free throw makes at 5 is, or three-point makes. The under on his 3-point makes at 5 is the most plus EV play based on the odds right now. Almost a 55% chance that he goes under 5 or under on his 3-point makes. Now, if you want a different option, you could also look at the assists for Steph Curry, which is the second best plus EV play. 53.6% chance that he goes under 6 assists, 6 or fewer. We have not looked at the assists yet, so let's look at that one too for those of you who are looking for a plus EV Curry play. First projection has him at 6.8 dimes on a line of 6. Second projection has him at 7.1 dimes on a line of 6. And we'll take it to a third and final projection. 7.4 on a line of 6. So they're saying at 6, take the under. Based on the odds, take the under. But I don't know, man. I'm seeing some pretty high projections here for Steph Curry. This kind of reminds me of the Trae Young assist prop yesterday that was at 9. I took the over at 9, and he ended up going over at 9. So I don't know. A lot of these plays on Curry aren't looking fantastic tonight. So the other one that you mentioned was Klay Thompson, right? You're looking for the other plus EV play is for Klay Thompson, the best plus EV play for Klay. Might be those turnovers. According to what we're seeing here in the odds on the sports books, it looks like the turnovers are the way to go. 51.5% chance that he turns it over at least twice. We already looked at one projection, which had him at about 1.8 turnovers. But you're not seeing any like super percentage odds to hit on either Curry or Klay, especially not Klay. Second best way to play Klay might be over 4 rebounds based on the odds here, but that's just a 51% chance that he goes over 4 boards. So let's pull some projections on the Klay Thompson rebounds real quick. First projection's 4.4. Again, the line is 4 on Klay. Second projection has him at 4.6 on a line of 4. And then the third and final projection for Klay Thompson, where's that one at? 3.9. So 4 seems like an appropriate number. We're not really seeing any super strong projections that have him going like well over 4. I would not be surprised if he ends up tying or landing on exactly 4 rebounds tonight. So, but I mean, those are your plus EV plays. I mean, for both, they're neither guy's looking like super optimal right now. I had a lot of people asking about Sabonis. Let's do the same thing with Domantas Sabonis real quick, because I've had some folks saying let's take the under on his fantasy score. I've had some folks mention the PRA, taking the under on Sabonis's points, rebounds, and assists. The most plus EV play, again, based on the odds. These are being pulled from the sports books. This isn't me making this up. This isn't me telling you, based on my breakfast this morning, I feel like Sabonis is going to do this. No, this is just straight up numbers pulled from the sports book. They're giving Sabonis a 51.5% chance to go under 19.5 points today. So outside of the fantasy score, the second most or best EV play would be Sabonis under 19.5 points. And we can look at some projections to see if they kind of vibe with that or not. If they kind of go along with the optimizer or against it. In this case, the first projection's going against the underplay, saying 20.1 projected points for Sabonis. Second projection has Sabonis at 17.8 points. You got one for over 20, one for under 18 points. So let's take it to a third and final projection on Domantas Sabonis tonight. His projection on Betting Pros is 21.1. So you got 2 projections on the over, 1 projection on the under at 19.5 points. So I'm going to stay away from it. I just don't like the fact that the optimizer says take the under, but he's being projected over by 2 different models. So I'm going to stay away from that one. What about his PRA? You could go that way. Points, rebounds, and assists at 37.5. We would need 38 or more from Sabonis. 51.4% chance that he collects at least 38 PRA today. Let's look at that one. Well, this one doesn't help us a whole lot because he's projected for exactly 37.5 PRA, which is where his line is at today. So that's a pretty sharp number according to that first projection we saw, right? Second projection on Sabonis, 17.8 points plus 13.2 boards plus 6.2 assists, 37.2. Again, the line's 37.5. So we got 37.2, 37.5. We're not seeing any major overplays here for Sabonis on this points, rebounds, and assist number. So I'm just going to stay away from it. A lot of these lines are sharp. They're sharp today, guys. Make no mistake. All right. Glow Gang says, check out Sabonis's rebounds. You don't see him pulling in 13. Based on the odds at 12.5 boards, 50.3% chance that he goes under 12.5. So it's almost a coin flip. Whether or not he goes for 12 or 13 boards, it's about a coin flip. They expect 12 to 13. I mean, it could go either way in this case. It's very, very close. That 12.5 is a very sharp line. First projection, though, has him at 10.7 boards on a line of 12.5, suggesting you take the under. Second has him at 13.2 rebounds. So we're seeing some differing outcomes here. 10.7 being the low, 13.2 rebounds on another model being the high. We'll take it to a third and final projection here using Betting Pros in this case. They got him at 13.4. So 2 projections have him going over 12.5 boards. 1 has him going under. So kind of looking kind of iffy. Kind of iffy on Sabonis today. What else? Yeah, Barnes steals are not on PrizePicks. Shout out to everybody who played Harrison Barnes over 0.5 steals the other night. That one definitely ended up coming through clutch for us. I know if you took the over on his 0.5 steals, which we talked about at great length, you cashed out on that one. 249 people watching. Guys, if we could get this up to 200 likes, yo, I could die a happy man. I feel so blessed if we could get this up to 200 likes. With 249 of you watching or listening in this case, we can get this up to 200 likes. Yo, that would be amazing. Amazing. What else you guys liking? Zachary's mentioning some Sabonis blocks and steals. Let me make sure we didn't lose any super chats. I want to make sure that I did not miss anybody who left a super chat. Looks like I got them all. I think I got them all, right? All right. I mean, as of 1:21 p.m. Eastern time here, as of 1:21 Eastern time, these are the 6 that I'm going with. Bane under 31.5 points and rebounds. Fox under 2.5 3-point makes. Hachimura over 9.5 points. Harrison Barnes under 18.5 points and rebounds. LeBron James, controversial, but hey, they took away our points and assists. They took away our points, rebounds, and assists. So we got to go with something here. But LeBron unders are looking like the way to go today. I'm going to take the under at 26.5 points. Maybe it's like Trae Young yesterday. I took the under on his 37.5 points and assists. It bit me. It was the one pick that bit me. Out of the 6 picks that we landed on, it was the one that ended up doing us dirty. But we still hit for double our dollars. We did a 2x. And then Draymond Green over 30.5 fantasy score. But I don't want lines to move any more than they have. I'm putting 20 in on it. There's my risk-free play. Will it hit? Only time will tell. But that is what I'm going with as of 1:22 p.m. Eastern time. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't play anything. I don't tell you to play anything that I wouldn't play myself. And that's what I'm going with. We should have known Trae was going to go off. I mean, he didn't really go off at 37.5 points and assists. He went over by like 1 3-point make. Like, I think it was like 3 points he went over by. He actually had a really bad second half. It was that first half where he went bonkers. We needed him to kind of chill a little bit in that first half. He got off to a really hot start there in the first half. But how's my MLB home run entry going? Oh, I don't know. How many games are we in? Like less than 20 games in. Tucker's got 4. Acuna's got 3. Vlad's got 2. This is my mixed entry, by the way. Christian Javier, 19 strikeouts. Max Scherzer, that one's looking sweet, right? We got a little 10-game suspension. That should be, what, 2 starts for Scherzer at least that he misses? That little sticky substance suspension under on the Scherzer, 215.5 strikeouts. And my guy, Luis Castillo, is off to a fantastic start, 26 strikeouts. But I don't want to sidetrack the situation too much here. Matt Olson's been hitting some bombs. Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez. We'll see. I got a lot of underplays. We'll see how it goes. It's a long MLB season, guys. 162 baseball games to be played. So we'll see how it shakes out. Long way to go, though. Long way to go. But anyway, yeah, this is the 6 that I landed on. Whether you guys take these, maybe you take some of them, maybe you take none of them. Maybe there's 1, 2 that you really like. You know, decide for yourself. But it's a risk-free entry no matter what. Hopefully we go for $500, 6 for 6. If we shit the bed and we go 1 for 6, well, that's all right. We'll get our $20 back tomorrow. No big deal. I mean, we want to hit 6 out of 6, right? We want to hit 6 out of 6. We'll see. Appreciate Apple Juice Gaming for subscribing to the channel. Adam's asking, can we check Ja? Yeah, let's look at some Ja Morant plays, and then we'll wrap things up because we've been going for a hot minute now. It's 1:24 p.m. We try to keep these about an hour or less, so I don't want to keep y'all too much longer. But as far as the most optimal or the best plus EV play for Ja Morant, it would be his rebounds and assists. 15.5 taking the under. 52.3% chance that Ja has 15 or fewer rebounds and assists today against the Lakers. How do y'all feel about that? Just off rip, right off the top of the head. What do you guys think? 15 or fewer rebounds and assists for Ja tonight? Doable? Let's take a look at some projections while you guys are contemplating Ja Morant's ability to cover 15.5 rebounds and assists. First projection's pretty tight, 15.6 on a line of 15.5, so just like 0.1 different. Not a big swing, not a big difference in projection versus line. Second projection's got him at what, 7.5 boards plus 9.5 or 9.1 assists, so that's 16.6. So they're really thinking Ja's going to come out with both boards and dimes tonight. 16.6 on a line of 15.5. So those are both over 15.5. So I'm a little skeptical. I'm a little hesitant clicking the under on Ja Morant at 15.5, even though that's the way that the odds are juicing up or juicing down in this case. The under looks like the way to go. Oh, Sabonis blocks and steals. All right, I'll look at Sabonis blocks and steals. Let's do it. I'll do Sabonis blocks and steals. First of all, plus EV play. That's always the first question for me. 1.5 blocks and steals. Over looks like the way to go. 50.5% though. It's not a huge odds in our favor, right? That he goes over 1.5 blocks and steals. Just a 50.5%. So a 0.51% advantage, which isn't much. It's almost a coin flip. Not the sexiest or strongest looking play on the board, but let's get you some projections on Sabonis's blocks and steals. First projection's got him at 1.8 on a line of 1.5. So yes, that's closer to 2 than it is 1. Closer to 2 than 1. Second projection for Sabonis's blocks and steals, we got 1 steal and 0.6 blocks. So that's 1.6. A little bit higher than 1.5 on that one. So it's all right. It's okay. There's probably better plays than that, but not my favorite. But all right, gang. Hey, it's almost 1:30 p.m. Eastern time here. Again, it is Flex Friday, so make sure that if you haven't locked in a flex entry yet, your first one, put at least $20 down if you can. And if it loses, you'll get your $20 back the very next day. Pretty cool promotion that we always look forward to each and every Friday. And I want to say congratulations again to Trillion Win. Trillion Win, you are our 2-pick power play winner of the day. So shoot me your PrizePicks email address and I will add that risk-free 2-pick power play to your account. If you get both picks right, you'll win $100. No pun intended, Mr. Win, but you will win $100 if you get both picks right. And I'll be giving away more risk-free entries. Again, make sure you're subscribed to get entered to win. Make sure you're subscribed, like, and I'm going to end the show. You guys go to the comment of today's show, leave a comment, and I'll pick your name, hopefully, out of the comment section, all right? Catch you next time. Good luck on all your entries. We'll see everybody who's a Patreon member in Patreon for even more picks and plays tonight. Peace.